Give us your thoughts if you can.
Of course, I can.
Good man.
Two different halves, which is actually also what we prepared for, because down to players available, we could see that we had more centre backs available than strikers. So we planned for, discussed it with the players yesterday, that a little bit more defensive first half, a little bit more compact, and probably a little bit slower game in first half, and then to open it up in second half. And we planned for Sarge and Marcelino to come on latest after 60 minutes to open the game up and play a little bit more usual way or usual style for us. So a game that was divided in two halves, and also if you look at them, divided in two halves, because they are probably on top in first and we are in second.
Can I ask you, what was the thought process why you felt you needed that slower tempo in the first half of tonight's game?
Because we knew that Sarge could not start. He was not ready to do that. And I'll not say there's an injury risk, but we just have to be careful with him. And he cannot go 90 minutes and then do it again 3 times in 6 days. That's not possible for us. We knew that Marcelino could not do 90 minutes again. So without them, and then of course Ante, Mate out, Onel not available, we didn't really have too many strikers. So it's also about looking at the personnel we have available and make sure that we make a plan that fit them well. Then we can discuss whether it actually turned out to be a plan that suited them well, because obviously the first goal we should never concede, and we didn't look organised well enough in that particular moment.
And obviously the second goal, I think it comes from Kenny McLean, tries a quick free kick. Obviously the deflection can go anywhere, but again, self-inflicted in both those goals.
Yeah, it's not a good decision, because we just conceded the first goal and probably need 5-10 minutes where the game goes down in tempo again, and we can find our rhythm. And then we give the ball away on our own half, and deflected shot is what it is. It's difficult to do too much again, but it's of course the situations that happened before that. We simply need to take better decisions.
And obviously at half-time, it sounds like that was the game plan anyway, but what was the messaging? I mean, you've changed it, made a few changes. Nunes has come on, Josh has come on.
Yeah, the message was obviously to start to find the rhythm of the game, because if they score the third, then the game is over. So I also said to the players, we don't have to score within the first 5 minutes, but we need to change a little bit the mentality in the squad. We have to play with more courage. We have to play with a higher technical level, better technical level, and we need to be more attacking minded in our decisions in our passing game. And that needed to start from the start of second half. And I think first 10 minutes of second half was really, really good. We managed to put them under pressure, have some situations in and around the box, and I think obviously the goal gives us the belief that we can actually get something from here. But I think in many ways the second half is positive.
And is that the thing moving forward, broader picture? You know, that courage, particularly when you come to a team who are going for promotion, you've got to show that, haven't you?
Yeah, and that's who we are, and that will not change. So of course I'm annoyed with the first half, because again, if the goal we give away, the first one, is not good enough defensively, then the second goal is a deflected shot, but we still have our chances. You know, Borja can score in first half, Killen can probably do the same, at the back post cross from Kenny. So it's just a different game picture than we're used to, where they have more of the ball in our half. We have to accept that once in a while, but we still prefer to play the way that we did in second half. That's who we are, and that's where we want to go, and that's what we want to be able to do, no matter where we play, no matter who it's against. So I think there's many positives we can take away from that, and also individual performances, especially second half.
And talking of individual performances, not second half because you got him off at half time, but first start from McConville, has he been leading up to that, do you feel?
I think in many ways he has, and then again, looking at the squad available, we had a couple of centre backs / defensive midfielders more than attacking offensive positions, and we thought it could be the right time for him to start in a back 3 or back 5 with a little bit more protection. It was a difficult one for him to get started in, but sometimes we need to take a chance and give him and show him that belief. It was not his best performance, but that will definitely be good for him as an experience.
Just clarify, what Sorensen done there? You had to get him off.
It was a dead leg. He couldn't really get it started again after he went down, and the plan was to bring Marcelino on after 45 minutes, no matter what, and then we did it a couple of minutes before.
Just clarify, did Jack get a booking there second half, Jack Wilshere?
Yeah, probably.
Did he? You obviously don't know what it was for then.
Huh?
I was going to ask you, do you know what it was
I
for?
hope it was their player, but I found out it was not. But
It was him then, was it? Yeah.
huh?
It was him.
But then sometimes you see a game differently, and the ref saw a booking for an assistant coach instead of a Burnley player. That's how it is.
Okay. Positive though, set piece goal, Jack Stacey.
Yeah.
That's something to build on. You said you need to improve your output dramatically in that area.
Yes, and that's why don't get me wrong. I sit here. I'm annoyed with the result and that we lose this game, because obviously they are probably a little bit on top in first half, or at least they have the ball more than we have in first half. But it's again, it's a tight game out there. If we look at the chances, I don't think they have too many open chances or big chances in the game. We again have a lot of situations where it's probably the final decision, final pass, but we find ourselves many times in their box and have a good game picture in second half. So I'm tired of losing games like this, because we should be able to get a draw, and I hope for the future that we can at least get a draw, if not a win, in a game like this. But still, on the other side, there's many positives to take away from this, based on that second half performance. And again, it's young players, some of them. It's Jacob Wright playing a sixth position away from home, a difficult place to go. And he's controlling that game for most of second half. I'm really impressed with that.
Just a final one. I mean, you mentioned him earlier. Arnell not involved tonight. Was that related to the incident earlier in the week? Or?
Yeah, it was. We all had a good meeting on Thursday. I spoke to him, and he's in a good place, and can see that some of it was probably not the best way to do, and to handle his social media activity. So I think actually we are about to end in a good way, both for him and for the club and for everyone involved in that. So the reason why he was not in today around the team today was because he was not available. He was not in training yesterday, so it was not the right thing to do. So I think we can expect that he will be around the team starting Monday.
Thanks, Johannes. Thanks.
All good, everybody? Thank you.